couldn't for the fourth consecutive time, held 1-1 at Leeds. Next up, it's Chelsea. Tomorrow, they take on Brighton. 2 games for you on Wednesday. Spurs, after the sacking of Jose Mourinho, led by Ryan Mason, welcome Southampton. And Manchester City look back to winning ways away at Aston Villa. And then it's all completed on Thursday with Champions League chasing Leicester welcoming West Bromwich Albion. So Liverpool could have gone fourth. They haven't. They're sixth, 53 points, 2 off West Ham, and as I say, a point behind Chelsea. Chelsea on Tuesday, if they are successful in their game, they will go into the top 4. Remember, the leaders, City, 8 clear now of United. Leeds level on points with Arsenal on 46. And just to prove how crucial that equaliser I was talking about at the Emirates was for Fulham, they're still 6 behind Burnley and Brighton. It was 4 until Eddie Nketiah scored, and Brighton have 2 games in hand on Fulham and Burnley have 1.
Clinical, maybe we will be able to win the game, but 1 point as well, we have to take it and prepare the next game.
1 goal is never enough against Leeds, is it? They keep coming at you.
Well, you can see they run a lot, they have high energy in the second half, they want to score as well, and of course they also create some chances. At the end of the day, they score the goal. I think they deserve the goal, so well, I think we have to do better to get 3 points against Leeds, especially to score more than 1.
You were back on the score sheet, your first goal since January. That must give you some confidence.
Yeah, sure. I think it's a really tough time for me. I know that and I recognize that, and which is part of football. But I never doubt. I know goal will come. Personalized, and I'm working hard for the training and to help my team to win the game. So I think, yeah, it's what I'm trying to do.
It's imperative, it's very important that Liverpool finish in the top 4. How do you see the race for the Champions League?
Yeah, I think you can see it's really tough and it's really tight, which is normal because it's Premier League, and yeah, we really want to be in the top 4, so we're gonna do everything possible. And we still have another 6 games to go, so we'll see what's going to happen in the day.
You had chances to win it. Late on, Oxlade-Chamberlain in front of goal. Was he a little bit rusty?
Yeah, I can see the goal. I think I was a little bit fast, or was I think it was kind of, but it's complicated to score. But I think I know his quality is able to score next time. So I think that's not the case today. I think we could have scored more goals to win this game.
Thanks, Sadia.
Thank you.
Sadio Mane saying they should have scored more goals. He's got Liverpool's only goal. And at that point, when he did, in a move that impressed you, Liverpool were looking good, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. We spoke at half-time about a lot of interchanging of positions. It's where Liverpool are strong, really. You know, we spotted this in terms of Milner looking where his man Jota is and actually exchanging positions, just vacating that area to give Jota a little bit of space. And then at the far side as well, another exchange of position. How many times have we seen Firmino do that? Just drags out his man, and then either Trent, sometimes it's Salah when he plays out there, and they make it look easy. You know, Trent kills the ball for Mane, and then it's all about taking weight off the pass. This is a great ball by Jota, spots the run, and then, as I say, just taking weight off the ball to make sure it can't go high, and you've done half the damage then.
And you noticed, Eddie, that at this point, those runners, they were causing issues for Leeds.
Yeah, they were. They're really stretching Leeds' backline, and with the man-to-man marking that Leeds do, that was potentially a big problem for them. I felt second half it didn't happen as much as it did in the first. Potentially that may be why Liverpool struggled in that second period. Leeds certainly came on strong.
You always felt, Tim, they needed the second goal. They had chances at 1-0 to put it to bed.
Yeah, they had loads of chances. I think Alisson kept Liverpool in it. You know, it was fantastic. Point-blank saves he was making. Some poor misses from the Leeds players. But they just kept going. They never sulk, you know. They just keep pushing on. The manager demands that. You know, we're talking about, this is a team coming up from the Championship. Normally we see these teams put bodies behind the ball, try and hold on against the top teams. Got nothing of the sort. He's a breath of fresh air, this manager. Real top draw, great entertainment. That's why we love watching the Premier League, because you get games, matchups like this. A team just come from the Championship against the champions, and it's so competitive. We said it before the show. We knew it'd be like this. They will never, ever give up. And I think Liverpool run out of steam towards the end of the game. I think they run them into the ground. The high intensity of their movement, forward runs and their pressing, I just got to Liverpool and they couldn't handle it in the end.
Mo Salah not starting was a big talking point. Tim's raised another issue of Mane coming off was also a talking point.
Yeah, it was. You can see there's always disappointment when you come off as a centre forward, especially if you've scored. You feel confident, no question about it. Confidence comes from scoring goals. So he would have wanted to stay on. I thought someone like Firmino would have come off. This is a chance. We were debating, does he pick the right ball? Should he have gone on his own? You know what Mo Salah thinks as he's waving his arms around. I don't question the timing of the pass, actually. It was just the decision, really. And then this is another chance for Mo Salah. I think in this situation, as we all know, when the ball is moving, you're predicting where the ball is going to land. And he's predicting the ball to actually bounce probably about another 6 inches in front of him. It just checks slightly here. Just checks, and that's why he almost hits it off his ankle. He scuffs it. You see where he's predicting it's going to land is about another 3 or 4 inches ahead, in which case he would have struck it cleanly. But I think the bounce of the ball just did him, really. He didn't judge the bounce of the ball properly.
From a coaching point of view, talk us through how that equaliser came about, how Liverpool could have avoided the Leeds goal.
It's an interesting goal to see because it's the debate again against man marking from corners or zonal marking. Now, Liverpool here have gone zonal, which means basically you've got players responsible for protecting their zone and making sure no one scores in there. And if you look here, it's Kabak and Firmino making sure that they protect that area of the goal, which is where most goals are scored, just in front of the goalkeeper. And they haven't done it well enough between the both of them. They're also, you look at where he's come from, Llorente's had a free run, so there's been no block on him. Liverpool will look back at that goal and think there's a few things they could have done differently there. But you have to look at your zonal men. They have to do their jobs, and they haven't done them on that occasion.
Just out of interest, Eddie, are you a zonal or a man-to-man?
I think most teams now are either all fully zonal or part man marking and zonal. So I would be part man marking and part zone.
I think it depends on personnel. If you've got a Van Dijk there standing in the centre of the goal, he heads that out. He did all last season. He was the difference. He can go zonal.
So if he's there, they don't concede that goal?
Of course they don't. He's dominant in the air. He stands there at 6'5". He's strong, he's powerful. He just goes and heads it away. But when you're lacking in size, you cannot let someone have a run on you. Like Llorente, he has 1, 2, 3, up you go, over the back of Kabak, nearly takes him into the back of the net. Fabinho and Kabak are not brave enough. Look at them. I mean, Kabak especially, big centre-back, look at him there, just coming into the picture, 19. He's like a tortoise there. His neck goes in. It's not good enough. You have to be brave. It's the last 2 minutes of the game. Put your body on a line. Stick your face on it. That doesn't happen if Van Dijk's there. And I know we keep going on about Van Dijk ain't been there for a long time. They haven't found the answer. I would even go as far as to say, if Phillips was there today, he heads it out. You know, because he hasn't got a lot of qualities, you know, what other players have got. But what he does want to do is put his body on the line for his team. And he wants to head things, and I think he gives them that. And today, he doesn't have enough. Forget the pretty football and the rotations, what we talk about, they're all good at that. Are they good when they need to roll their sleeves up in the last few minutes of the game to get over the line and get the 3 points? No.
Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel insists his club will make the right decisions over their role in the controversial breakaway European Super League. The Blues were one of 6 Premier League clubs to sign up to the widely criticised new tournament, which would see the participants leave the Champions League, but not their domestic competitions. Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, Tottenham and Arsenal are the other English teams involved. Branded as a cynical money grab and already triggering threats of legal action and bans, the Super League is one of the most explosive stories in football history. As a Chelsea employee, Tuchel was placed in a difficult position when asked for his opinion on the incendiary scheme at a press conference on Monday ahead of Tuesday's Premier League clash with Brighton. The German, hired in January to replace the sacked Frank Lampard, said it was too early to judge if the plan was a good idea, but insisted he trusted Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich's judgment. "I've known since yesterday, Sunday, but I am here to be in the hardest competition. It's why I came here, to play the toughest competitions in Europe," Tuchel told reporters. "As you know, I don't get around the subjects around us. I was hoping to talk about Manchester City and Brighton, but it's not the case. I am part of this club and I trust this club to make the right decisions. I think it's too early to judge everything, and it's not my part. On my badge it says that everyone has to play their role. My role is to coach, be focused, and we've got another game tomorrow.